Hi guys, so we're joining you once again from the AutoFinesse Detailing Academy, and we're back for another one of our big detailing turnarounds. As some of our more avid followers will know, we put a competition up on Facebook asking people to submit their cars that need a big detailing turnaround. You guys voted, and this is the winner, the Porsche 944. Now, it's been laid up on a farm for a while and it's looking a little bit worse for wear, but we're joined by some of the detailers from our ADN network, and we're going to spend the next 3 days trying to turn this car around.
So basically we're just cleaning the engine bay, flushing arches and a deep clean on the wheels. So the next process is then going to be the pre-wash stage, which is obviously citrus powder and all the trims, and then we'll move on to snow foam.
So the front wheels have been off, the arch has been fully deconned. Now the wheels are back on the front, so now we've got the rear up. Again, fully deconned in the rears as well. They get that back on the floor and start getting onto the paint.
With the wheels been off, we've now cleaned the arches, we've done the engine bay, and we're about to step onto the wash stage and get rid of all those cobwebs and dirt.
Right, so I'm Liam from Urban Valet. As you can see, we've just completed the wash stage. We've done a full safe wash and decontamination. We've took the wheels off, we've done the arches, we've done under the bonnet, we've done all the edges. Now we're just laying down some clay bar as the final stage of decontamination. Then we're going to get it inside, dry it off and crack on.
With the car now clean and decontaminated, we've moved into the bay and started to remove any parts that we can easily get off of the car. Unfortunately, the wheels were well beyond what cleaning alone could do, so we've sent them off to our friends at A1 Wheels for a quick turnaround on a refurb, and hopefully they'll have them back before the big reveal at the end. We're now just masking off any areas that won't respond well to getting polish on them, and then we're going to start testing out polish combos and pads to see what we need to do to restore the paint on this Porsche 944.
We've just taken the seats out to give them a good old clean up. We've put a bit of high cleanser on top of them, covered them with a high conditioner as well, and then we've taken the back boot mat out, and we've also given it a wet vac with Verso just to get everything back to how it should be.
So as a little update on where we're at the moment, we've got the majority of the cutting work done now. We're just going around some of these finer areas. We've not touched the bonnet yet. If you get in closer on that, you'll see it's a bit of a mess. There's a lot of chips and stuff that unfortunately detailing can't do a lot for. We've got some bits around here. We've got some fracture marks and stuff on the front bumper where it's had some impact at some point. But for the most part, it's actually coming up pretty well with the whole combo that we've come up with. Now the guys have completed the sides, the back's done, this front clam's done, and the bumper's now completed. We've just got to do the roof, and then we're going to probably set about wet sanding the bonnet because that's not responding to the combo we're working with. And then it'll be on to refining, and then the finer touches. Stick with us, see how it all goes. So that's a wrap on day one, and we've actually managed to get a lot done in just a single day. We've got the car clean, decontaminated, and we've completed all the cutting stages of the paint correction side. We've just painted the calipers, so we're going to call it a day for now. But join us tomorrow when we get stuck into the interior, refine the paintwork a bit further, and put those finishing touches on the car.
So it's day two. The boys are busy finishing up the last little bits we finished off yesterday. After that, we're going to get onto the refinement process, making that paint pop. So stay tuned to see what we get up to.
Right, so we've just tripled around the door shuts and the edges around the windows to get the shine back. Obviously the machine's not really necessary on there, so we have just done with hand polish with triple. I just took the door catch off and we're going to polish it up with some mercury to get that shine back. It's all these little details that make a detail. So I've just been finishing off cutting and refining this panel, this rear quarter panel. Just starting from about here, my little section up down to about here and all the way around here. That's now finished, so I'm going to head on into the interior. on the interior stage of this vehicle now. We're using Total, our interior cleaner, with a scrubby brush to freshen up the seats and give it a better finish and a better clean smell.
Right, so now we're just cleaning around the headlights, so clean these plastic trims, then we're going to cover them with some Revive to give them the shine back, and then we're going to move on to putting the seats back into the interior because we've cleaned it all down, seats back in and the interior is all done.
Right, so that's a wrap on day 2, and we've managed to get a lot of the last bits and bobs done. We're actually well ahead of schedule with this car, believe it or not. Considering the state it was in, we managed to come together as a team and really crack this one out. We've managed to get all the refining done. We've done the trim, glass, refitted the interior, done a few finishing touches around the engine bay, even painted the calipers and hubs. So tomorrow it's just a coat of wax, getting the wheels back from the refurbers, and unfortunately we couldn't save that bonnet. We're going to show you tomorrow why, but we've got something planned for that as well. Stick with us, see how it all goes. So we're back and it is day 3, the final day of the big detail on the Porsche 944. As you can see behind us, the guys are already stuck into it. We're just working on that bonnet. As we said yesterday, unfortunately, the bonnet the owner sent down with the car is the wrong colour. So we're going to do something with that a little bit later on, just to tie it in with the vehicle a bit better than having the wrong colour on there. Guys are just prepping it now and getting it all super smooth before we do that. A couple of other guys have gone out in the van to go collect those wheels we've had refurbished. Then we've just got to do a coat of wax, a few finishing bits, put the rest of the parts back on the car, and we're ready for the big reveal when the owner joins us this afternoon.
What we're doing now, we're just going to stick some bonding to the inside of the lights, so they create a watertight seal and they glued in place, and then they'll be bolted back into place so they're nice and secure.
So we've just finished doing the interior, putting everything back together. Everything's all bolted on now, bar the wheels, still waiting for those. Now we're going to blow down the car and get some wax on.
So we just laid the illusion wax, we're going to leave that to cure for 10 minutes, then we're going to buff it off, then we're going to move over to the glass, where we're going to hit it with the glass car ceramics kit.
So the guys from Wrap Extreme have turned up and they're here to help us do something with this mismatched bonnet. Unfortunately, the new bonnet that the owner gave us with the car was metallic black and the car itself is solid black. So there's not a lot we can do with it. Now, rather than put the bonnet on there in the wrong gloss colour, we've come up with a plan of action of going with the Porsche decals down it and then wrapping satin black over the top just to make that stand out and be embossed. Now hopefully this is going to turn out nice and really set the car off. These guys are going to do their thing. We're going to get that bolted up. We've got the wheels on the way back, and then it should be a finished job.
So the wheels are back from refurb. They've just been bolted on. We're doing the last little finishing touches here and there. We're going to put one more coat of wax over it before the owner turns up to see what he's got.
The owners have just arrived and we've got the car undercover just in time. Wheels are refurbed, the bonnet's done, the full detail's complete, so we're going to go and meet the owners and see what they think of the same car, just cleaned properly.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. Sorry to keep you waiting, but there's a little bit of finishing off.
How's it gone?
Yeah, it's been alright. It's been a challenge. It was,
Yeah?
Yeah. It was a lot of work, but I think we've done alright. In 3 days, I don't think you recognise it. Do you want to have a look?
Let's go have a look, yeah. Wow, that's amazing. That's incredible. It's really nice actually. Wheels have come up amazing.
Didn't matter I did, I'll do this. I just got
it. Thank you all very much for, I guess, a like on Facebook, and yeah, thank you very much. I don't know if that's recording, but if anyone voted, genuinely, thank you.
3, 2,